My friends, you have just sat through just a harrowing experience. I mean, I wouldn't even know where to begin to describe it, but well, you don't really have anyone to blame but yourself, cinema's like that, I suppose. It reminds me of a time I was with my good friend Orville, and, well, he was sitting down with me, and he was telling me about this piece of film that he had seen, and he seemed uneasy about it. So I looked at him and I said, Friend, what's on your mind? Talk to me. I'm here for you. I'm here to support you. And he looks at me and he says, Friend, I've just seen something you wouldn't believe. The people, the people in Hollywood these days, they're just making just the craziest things, and the strangest thing is that people enjoy it. They go out and they put money into it, and they purchase tickets, they purchase the merchandise, and it just keeps going. There was this movie that I went to go see the other day. Our friend Doris, and of course I'd known Doris the duck. Oh, she was a sweet gal. She always was. She always treated me and Orville right. She worked over at the cafe, and she would always get us just little treats every now and then. She would just surprise us. We wouldn't ask for it, but she was just that kind of person. You know the kind. But anyway, she said that Doris was hearing about this new movie that was coming out. Apparently, her grandkids, very sweet kids, they were talking about how great it was and how it looked so amazing, and that they were just clamoring about it so much that Doris had told Orville, maybe we should go see it and see what all the hype is about. Now, Orville was very hesitant because this was a restricted film, it was rated R, and from what I understand, it should have been NC-17, if that's still a thing. I don't quite recall. But what I do recall is Orville was telling me that they went to go see this picture, and it was insane. There were people mutilating other people, and there was a lot of gore and violence, and oh, it seemed horrific, and oh, I was shivering just thinking about it when Orville was telling me about it. I said, friend, please, you're getting way too graphic with this. I don't know how you sat through it. Needless to say, he was just as shocked. Apparently, they left about halfway through the picture. I don't even dare to ask what could have been in the second half. But Orville looked at me and he said, Friend, I don't understand why people are making such pictures. If people are really craving for this sort of violence, what does that say about our society? And I paused for a moment because, that's something worth thinking about. And after a moment, I looked to him and I said, Well, Orville, everyone's got these innate feelings of frustration and anger, and maybe this is a healthy way for them to sort of reveal or relieve that sort of stress without acting on it on their own, maybe seeing a creature or a monster that is inherently evil getting their comeuppance is a way to sort of relieve that feeling of anxiety of, ooh, this person, they made me mad and I wish they could get what's coming to them. Because, that's not a healthy way to think, Orville. And certainly he agreed with me on that. But it did seem rather odd that so many, apparently this was the 10th film in this series too, so the fact that this was going on for so long, you have to wonder, how does the story continue if you go on for so long? Sometimes a story just keeps going even if there's not really a place for it to go, and what do you even do at that point? You just sit there and you just watching the story, just waiting for it to end because you're just curious. Where is it going to end? How is it going to end? What's going to happen to all these people? And that's the thing that I suppose gets people coming back to these, You hear a tale or you see a show or one of these pictures and you see what happens to these characters. And I suppose in the first few of them, you might start to get attached. And this doesn't even refer to the horrific things that Orville was telling me about. I just mean in general. You get attached to these characters and you follow them along their journey and you think, oh, they've done it, they've succeeded, they've made it to the end. That means they're fine and everything's good. But then you find out that there's more to it, and it's a little jarring to say the least. I mean, you gotta think, What could they possibly be getting into? Are things going to get worse for them? Will they get out of this one again? And I suppose maybe that's why they keep on making these sorts of pictures. Where was I going with this? Oh, yes, that's right. Orville and Doris, they went and they saw this picture. They didn't have such a good time. But I can tell you are lovely people, and I'm hoping that you had a little bit of a better time than Orville had. You know, maybe I'm blowing it all out of proportion. Maybe this is a fine film after all. Who's to say? Who's to say? Hey guys, Vocal here. Hope you all had a fun time with our little meme video. We just wanted to celebrate the new movie as big FNAF fans ourselves. And hey, if you enjoyed this fun little improvised Mr. Hippo bit, you can hear more like it. Believe it or not, I have a podcast where I also do more goofy little Mr. Hippo stories similar to this little thing. And yes, 95% of it is improvised. I say that because there's one episode that, I did have some prior thoughts before recording it, but, it's available on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, all that good stuff. It's called Talky Talky Hippo, and you can watch it / listen to it right now. And, hey, if enough people like it, maybe I'll make some more. I haven't made some in a while, but doing it for this little video actually kind of had me getting in the mood for it again. So check it out. Let us know if you like it and if you want more. And yeah, catch y'all next time.